Tonight on the program, social media bans on teenagers are being imposed in many countries, but is Thailand up for it? Then the meaning of media sovereignty in Thailand, and how Thailand and Taiwan are strengthening trade and investment in emerging industries. สวัสดีค่ะ I'm Nad Bunag and welcome to This Week with Thai PBS World. Let me begin with these questions. How many hours a day do you normally spend on your phones? How many of those hours do you spend on social media like Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok? And most importantly, how many hours do your kids spend on social media? A number of countries have recently imposed social media bans for those under the age of 16. But is Thailand actually ready for this? First, though, we have to actually understand Thailand's digital population first. Currently, the population stands at about 70 million people. And as you can see, the majority of Thais, or about 67 million people, already have access to the internet. Not only that, the social media identities have already reached over 56 million. And this pretty shows how active Thai people are on social media and on the internet as a whole. Everyone uses social media for many reasons, and based on these findings in this particular survey, the majority of the respondents say that they're using social media to keep in touch with their friends and families. And other reasons provided include keeping themselves updated with the news and the latest trends, or even following their favorite celebrities and influencers. And a lot of content coming from these celebrities can actually help find inspiration. But the ultimate reason is definitely to fill in their spare time. So what are the most popular platforms among Thai people? You guessed it, it's TikTok. And this platform remains a popular choice for many Thais today, with a variety of engaging short videos that match their interests, and it just keeps you scrolling. And other platforms that are also popular among Thai people include Facebook, Instagram, and also Line, which is a very popular messaging app. And if you're connecting with anyone in Thailand, you must actually use this app to connect with them. And there are also other people using Messenger as well. While Thailand's trend might be slightly different to other countries, where platforms like Facebook or X may not be so popular anymore, especially among teens. Now imagine if Thais under 16 were blocked from using these platforms completely, just like some other countries. Don't panic though, because in Thailand, there is no specific measure yet to ban under 16s from social media platforms, but there are already some calls to push for the ban. Thailand's Health Promotion Fund says it is pushing for a ban, claiming that over 93% of the Thai population have access to the internet and spend almost 8 hours online, and that 72% of children aged under 2 years old spend over an hour on smartphones. Right now, these are the countries that have already imposed social media bans on those under the age of 16. The first country to impose the ban was Australia. The ban took effect in December last year. The purpose, according to the Australian government, is to protect youngsters' mental health and well-being, as they found that social media is causing them harm through cyberbullying, online child grooming, and access to harmful content. Yet there have been reports saying that teenagers can still evade the social media ban. The easiest ways to evade them include changing their birth years or verifying using their parents' or their older relatives' faces to enable access. Research has shown that about 80% of these teens in Australia still have access to social media, even though the ban is in place. Despite that, the ban in Australia has attracted global attention and has convinced other countries to do the same. Brazil, for example, introduced a law back in March requiring social media platforms to link accounts between users of those under 16 with their parents, while also requiring users to verify their age. In Asia, Indonesia has banned social media for under 16 since March, while Malaysia has taken a similar approach, with legislation coming into force in June to exclude users under 16 from major platforms. Turkey will be the next country to impose the ban after passing legislation to bar those under 15 from social media in April. The law is expected to take effect later this year. Elsewhere, the UK is now taking steps to impose the ban, which will take effect in spring next year. On top of that, users aged 16 and 17 will also have an overnight social media curfew, meaning that they will not be allowed to use the platforms from midnight until 6 o'clock in the morning. At the same time, schools in the UK have also imposed smartphone bans effective since June, stating that schools must be smartphone-free environments. The EU is also considering this, and an expert committee aims to submit its recommendations next Monday on a potential social media ban for children in the 27 countries of the bloc. Several states in India are also considering the same restrictions for children. In fact, social media platforms have been facing significant backlash in India recently over ads on the platforms depicting child sexual exploitation. Well, blocking under 16s from using social media sounds like a beneficial move to protect the mental well-being of youngsters, but it's not going to be easy in Thailand. We asked some experts about why the ban might be difficult to impose, and most importantly, how do young Thais feel about a ban being imposed?
เป็น TikTok ค่ะ แล้วก็เป็น Instagram.
Right now I'm using Instagram and TikTok a lot.
ก็ถ้าเกิดว่าใช้เยอะที่สุดตอนนี้ก็จะเป็นTikTok ครับแล้วก็ IG ส่วนใหญ่ใช้ก็จะเป็นพวกตามข่าวแล้วก็ดูว่าเทรนด์ช่วงนี้ทำอะไรกันบ้างอะไรเงี้ยครับผม
ตอนนี้ก็จะมี IG TikTok Facebook บ้างเล็กน้อยค่ะ IG ส่วนมากจะใช้เป็นคุยกับเพื่อนหาดูคลิปรีวิวอะไรอย่างเงี้ยค่ะหาความสุขให้ตัวเองค่ะ
These Thai students voiced their opinions on social media bans for under 16s and whether Thailand should follow suit. Many disagreed, while some understood the benefits.
เป็นเรื่องที่ดีนะคะอย่างน้อยเนี่ยเด็กๆเขาก็จะได้โฟกัสการเรียนมากขึ้นแล้วก็ไม่มีการติดจอแต่สำหรับหนูแล้วก็ควรค่ะ
I think maybe not a complete ban but I think maybe a restriction is good because I do agree that children these days do use their phone a lot because I've seen a lot of young kids on the internet talk about how they view their bodies and things like that
ผมมองว่าไม่เห็นด้วยแต่ว่ายังไงก็ตามมันก็คือต้องอยู่ในขอบเขตการดูแลของผู้ปกครองแล้วก็คนรอบข้างด้วยครับ
หนูว่าไม่ค่อยเห็นด้วยค่ะเพราะว่ามันก็มีทั้งข้อดีข้อเสียใช่ไหมคะแต่ว่าหนูว่าข้อดีมันน่าจะมีเยอะกว่าค่ะเพราะว่าอย่าง YouTube อย่างเงี้ยค่ะถ้าเกิดบางทีเราเรียนในห้องไม่เข้าใจเราก็สามารถเข้า YouTube ไปหาแบบความรู้เขาก็จะมีติวเตอร์สอนฟรีอะไรอย่างเงี้ยเราก็ไม่ต้องไปเสียตังค์ขอพ่อแม่ไปเรียนพิเศษเพิ่มเติมแล้วก็สามารถเรียนจากออนไลน์ได้เลยค่ะ
Currently, Thailand has no official proposal to ban social media for under 16s, but there are some calls from the public health sector to do so. These experts strongly support a ban, but is Thailand ready for it? A renowned Thai pediatrician pointed to the availability of smartphones in Thailand, regardless of household income, and the heavy reliance on digital devices in schools. There is also a lack of offline interactive activities for Thai teens. A complete ban might, however, remove opportunities to learn important digital skills, especially given the exponential growth in the use of AI in almost every aspect of life.
ระบบการศึกษาของเราเนี่ยไปพึ่งพิงกับระบบออนไลน์เยอะเกินและผ่านระบบมือถือจะเห็นเลยว่าการบ้านก็สั่งผ่านทางนั้นส่งงานก็สั่งผ่านทางนั้นงานหลายอย่างก็เกิดขึ้นผ่านแอปพลิเคชันต่างๆเหล่านี้มันไม่ได้มีการใช้อีเมลไม่ได้มีการใช้เครื่อง PC เท่าไหร่นะคือเขาไม่ได้บล็อกเว็บไซต์เขาไม่ได้บล็อกอีเมลถ้าไปดูหมอเขาได้มีคุยกับผู้เชี่ยวชาญอังกฤษ ที่เขาเพิ่งแบนไปไม่นานนี้เองเนี่ยหมอก็ถามเขาว่าแล้วเยาวชนของคุณเนี่ยจะเรียนรู้กับเรื่องของ AI ได้ยังไงเนี่ยเมื่อ AI ตอนนี้ไปล้ำสมัยมากเลยเขาบอกเขาไม่ได้แบนทุกเรื่องฮะเขาแบนเฉพาะบางอันที่มันมีประเด็นที่มีความเสี่ยงเขาก็เลือกแอปพลิเคชันต่างๆเหล่านั้นน่ะมาแบนในการที่ไม่ให้เข้าถึงเพราะมันมีโอกาสที่ทำให้เกิดล่อลวงโอกาสที่ทำให้เกิดสุขภาวะทางจิตบกพร่องโอกาสที่เด็กใช้ในทิศทางอื่นมากกว่าใช้ในประโยชน์ต่างๆเหล่านี้มีมากขึ้น
What do you think?
Another expert also felt that social media affects the mental well-being of young children. What she hopes to see, however, is the government and digital platforms work together to decide what is or isn't allowed for young users to ensure online safety.
ก่อนเราจะแบนต้นว่าถ้าภาครัฐกับแพลตฟอร์มต่างๆมีการคุยกันกำหนดว่าอาจจะมีช่วงอายุไหนที่สามารถเข้าถึงสื่อแบบไหนเนื้อหาอันไหนที่เหมาะสำหรับเด็กกลุ่มไหนจะดูแล้วก็มีแนวทางปฏิบัติร่วมกันคือแพลตฟอร์มเนี่ยจริงๆเป็นเหมือนเจ้าของเลยนะถ้าเกิดเราสามารถ categorize ได้ว่าในเด็กกลุ่มนี้สื่อนี้ที่ควรจะเข้าถึงรูปแบบนี้ที่ควรจะเข้าถึงมันจะกันผลกระทบทางลบได้ถูกไหมคะนอกจากภาครัฐและแพลตฟอร์มเนี่ยประกอบกันนะแต่เราในฐานะ user คุณพ่อคุณแม่เองก็มีหน้าที่เป็นว่าก่อนที่เราจะให้ลูกได้มีเครื่องมืออิเล็กทรอนิกส์ที่จะเข้าถึงแพลตฟอร์มต่างๆที่จะเข้าไปสู่โซเชียลเน็ตเวิร์กต่างๆเนี่ยสิ่งแรกคือก่อนที่จะมีพึงให้ความรู้ก่อนว่าอะไรเป็นสิ่งที่ควรทำอะไรเป็นสิ่งที่ควรระวังและเมื่อเกิดเหตุที่รู้สึกกระทบกระเทือนแล้วเนี่ยเราควรทำยังไงต่อถ้าเราทำอย่างนี้พร้อมกันได้อะค่ะคำว่าแบนอาจจะไม่ต้องเกิดขึ้นเพราะเราจะสามารถเกิดการใช้งานที่มันเฮลตี้ขึ้นได้
The president of the Thailand Content Creator Association thinks otherwise, though. Many youngsters in Thailand are now content creators themselves, contributing to Thailand's creative economy as a whole. Thailand has over 9 million content creators, 2 million of whom are doing it full-time, contributing 45 billion baht to the country's creator economy in 2025, with growth expected at 25 to 30% each year.
อย่างในสถิติล่าสุดเนี่ยท็อป 10 ของ Content Creator ในประเทศไทยในเชิงจำนวนนะครับหมวดที่มาแรงที่สุดหมวดหนึ่งก็คือ Content Creator แม่และเด็กนะครับโดยเฉพาะกลุ่มแบบเด็กเยาวชนหรืออะไรต่างๆเนี่ยเขาเป็นทั้งแคสเตอร์เล่นเกมเป็นทั้งเล่าเรื่องชีวิตประจำวันหรือวีล็อกอะไรต่างๆเนี่ยถามว่าการแบนเด็กต่ำกว่า16ห้ามเล่นโซเชียลมีเดียมันก็ต้องหมายรวม Content Creator ที่อายุต่ำกว่า16ปีก็ไม่ควรทำคอนเทนต์ด้วยใช่ไหมซึ่งก็คือใช่แต่ความยากในบริบทของไทยก็คือเด็กหลายคนทำโซเชียลโดยที่ไม่ได้บอกผู้ปกครองไม่รู้ด้วยซ้ำว่ามีอันเนี้ยมันก็จะเป็นความยากในมุมครีเอเตอร์เยาวชนว่าแล้วเราจะไปไงต่อในเมื่อเห็นอยู่แล้วมันเปิด account ไม่ได้ใช้ก็ไม่ได้ล็อกอินก็ไม่ผ่านจะต้องผ่านผู้ปกครองแล้วผู้ปกครองเรา educate แค่ไหน
Beyond the ban, digital literacy must be prioritized, as these experts believe that youngsters today need to be equipped with digital skills to prevent them from online threats, from scams to cyberbullying. Parents and teachers should also teach youngsters how to use social media and the internet safely and responsibly. Ultimately, they hope to see stronger action from the Thai government, saying that it has consistently failed to hold these platforms accountable for harmful content affecting users, especially children. Nad Bunag and Kitipat Chisukjit, Thai PBS World. Well, will the social media ban for under 16s in Thailand actually work? We'll still have to wait and see. Well, apart from the safe access to social media, another issue is media sovereignty. As Thailand relies more on foreign digital platforms, concerns are growing over who controls the information, who is accountable, and how people can protect their right to reliable news. Here's more with Kitipat Chisukjit.
Who decides what reaches your screen? You as the user, a Thai newsroom, or a global platform's algorithm? Sovereignty means the power to stand on your own, free from anyone else's command unless you agree. But when news reaches us through an algorithm, who really controls what we see? Media sovereignty is about giving people access to useful information, allowing journalists to work freely, and making media platforms answerable for what they carry. Today, media expert thinks that Thailand's biggest weakness is in the digital space.
ไม่ได้ขาดอะไรเลย
Ravi Tawantharong, a member of the Ethics Committee of the National Press Council of Thailand, explains that Thailand has stronger media sovereignty over radio and television, which operate within a Thai system. Online, however, Thai media and audiences depend heavily on foreign platforms.
เหมือนเราเสียกรุงไปแล้วนะย้อนกลับไปเหมือนเสียกรุงนะเราถูกควบคุมโดยแพลตฟอร์มต่างชาติที่เขารู้ข้อมูลหรือ database ของคนไทยมากกว่าคนในประเทศอีกมากกว่าหน่วยงานรัฐด้วยซ้ำเขารู้แม้กระทั่งคุณกินอะไรคุณชอบอะไรคุณไม่ชอบอะไรคุณพูดอยู่มันก็เด้งขึ้นมาบนฟีดเขารู้แม้กระทั่งสิ่งนั้นแต่เราเนี่ยไม่จริงจังกับการที่จะเข้าไปจัดการแล้วก็ควบคุมหรือดูแลหรือส่งเสริมก็ยังดี
These platforms are now the new gatekeepers. Their algorithms decide which stories are seen, often based on clicks and engagement rather than public value. Supinya Klanarong, co-founder of CoFact Thailand, a collaborative fact-checking platform, warns that Thailand is vulnerable when global platforms operate beyond local laws with risks to sovereignty, public safety, and economic security.
And then for the economic reason as well, all the money will go outside the countries, and Thai people may be getting poorer and lacking of jobs, while the global platform is getting richer. That I think at the long term, it's not good for us as well in terms of inequalities and in terms of sustainability for Thai people in general to have a job and to have informed information, trusted media, and safety, information safety, information resilient. I think that's the most vulnerable part, and I think that is common threats and problems around the world as well, that people start talking about information integrity. So who's gonna responsible for that?
Weak digital media sovereignty also puts pressure on local journalism. As advertising revenue and audience attention move to global platforms, Thai newsrooms have fewer resources for reporting and fact-checking. Supinya urged global platforms to promote trusted news outlets and called on the government to negotiate fairer treatment for Thai media.
The global platform, they have to have more like governance and ethics. For example, even though they're making profits from nonsense content, but at least they should promote trusted media in Thailand outlet like pages or something. It means we should not have to pay money to boost our page if we consider as a trusted media. So that global platform easily actually can contribute to us, but we don't have that kind of scenario happening because we don't have power to bargain or to negotiate with the global platform. And I think that the role of the governments, the authorities, or NBTC, they should intervene as a mediator to negotiate on behalf of Thai media toward the fairness, and in order to protect accuracy and safety for Thai citizens.
Both experts also call for clearer accountability by global social media platforms, fair support for trusted local media, and stronger Thai radio, television, streaming, and digital services. Citizens also play a role because the amount of clicks, comments, and shares influences what material algorithms will promote.
ถ้าท่านได้เห็นคอนเทนต์แล้วได้เห็นคอนเทนต์ไม่ดีเยอะท่านลองเลือกที่จะไม่คอมเมนต์ไม่กดไลค์แล้วถ้าเกิดเห็นคอนเทนต์ดีสัก1 ใน 100ชิ้นที่ท่านเห็นต่อวันแล้วท่านคอมเมนต์เขาหรือแชร์เขาหรือกดไลค์เขาสักครั้งหนึ่งผมว่าอันนี้แค่ก็เป็นประโยชน์กับท่านมากพอแล้วในเชิงคำว่าอธิปไตยของตัวเองคือเรารับและ engage กับสิ่งที่มีประโยชน์ของตัวเอง
Ultimately, these media experts believe that media sovereignty is not about cutting Thailand off from the world. It is about keeping choices, accountability, and trusted Thai voices in the information system. Kittipat Chun Sukjit, Thai PBS World.
And it's interesting to see that media sovereignty is becoming much more discussed among Thai media practitioners. And now let's have a look at the other stories making headlines throughout the week in our weekly roundup. The death toll from the devastating fire at a pub in Bangkok's La Prau area has risen to 33, while investigators have revealed that security camera footage captured the venue being engulfed in flames within just a minute of smoke first appearing. The tragedy has also left 16 people in a critical condition and 12 others with moderate injuries. Another 43 people sustained minor injuries and have since been discharged from hospitals. Police have summoned building inspectors and the officials responsible for issuing the venue's operating license for questioning while awaiting further documentation from the Chatuchak district office. Lab tests have confirmed that canned fish seized from a factory in Samut Sakhon contains black-chin tilapia, contradicting previous assurances from state agencies that the products were made from regular tilapia. Under current regulations, the breeding, trading, and possession of black-chin tilapia are strictly prohibited, prompting civil groups to question how the factory managed to acquire the massive quantity required of the fish for commercial canning. Nene Royal was seen performing with Prime Minister Anutin Chanvirakul at Government House on Tuesday after grabbing global attention for her performance on America's Got Talent. The 16-year-old street performer from Phuket met the Prime Minister and cabinet ministers at an event held to celebrate the young musician for bringing international recognition to Thailand through her appearance on the talent show. Now on to our special interview. Thailand and Taiwan are much closer than you think, and it's not just about the shared love for bubble tea. We recently spoke with the representative of the Taipei Economic and Cultural Office in Thailand as he shared how they want to strengthen economic cooperation, especially when Thailand aims to attract more foreign investment in emerging industries, including semiconductors. For many years already, Taiwan has invested in hundreds of projects here in Thailand, especially with electronics and advanced technology. So from your perspective, what makes Thailand an attractive destination for investment in these sectors?
Well, I think usually people tend to attribute the increased FDI in Thailand to the following factors. Of course, the excellent geographic locations, the very aggressive and friendly policies towards foreign companies, exports, imports, and even migrant workers. But for Taiwan, our perception will be a little bit unique. First of all, because our investors serve global customers, and it's out of their request because in response to the geopolitical situation, they wanted us to diversify the manufacturing basis. So that's first. Secondly, we've already have existing strong economic relationship between Taiwan and Thailand. We are the fourth trade partner of Thailand. We are the sixth largest FDI source of Thailand, according to the most updated statistics. That's the fact. And we have over 6 decades accumulated over the 200,000 Taiwanese people living and working here in Thailand. These are all perfect foundations for our next cooperation and for attracting more Taiwanese investments to come into Thailand. Of course, I noticed the recent policies rolled out by the current Anutin government, including the Fast Pass. I think these all and identifying very important sectors that we need to continue to work on, which is in line also with our policy. So I think all that have provided a very solid foundation for Thailand and Taiwan to work together.
Right. And right now, Thailand is actually aiming to become Southeast Asia's semiconductor hub and aims to develop its own chip production by 2050. And since Taiwan is actually leading in semiconductor production, what would be your advice to Thailand and how promising is this vision from your perspective?
Well, thank you. I think we have produced a perfect documentary movie called The Chip Odyssey. And if you had the opportunity to watch that documentary, you'll come away with few lessons. First, it's an effort when it comes to building up the semiconductor industry. It's an effort over the 50 years. And across different generations. And government, private sectors, even research institute, all put their effort and investment into that industry when nobody recognized the importance and the future of the semiconductors. We've already been doing that. So it's over the years, cross-sector efforts. And then when it comes to semiconductors, it's not only one single company. It's an entire ecosystem that we're talking about. From upstreams to downstreams, you have the IC design, and then you have the foundries, and then you have the packaging and testing. So we had all of that in Taiwan over the years. So we did not only build one single foundry. We build the entire ecosystem. And again, that's out of the collective efforts of the government and the research institutions, engineers, professors, all that. From our perspective, setting up a policy goal like that, I think the next important step is how do you position yourself in that supply chain or in that ecosystem? Nobody's going to be good at everything because it's so difficult to achieve. I think this is the lessons that we can draw from our past experiences.
And one last question, to strengthen that economic cooperation, are there any specific policies from Thailand that you hope to see to ensure that trust from Taiwanese investors or even your neighboring countries?
Well, I think the key word is communication. Now, there are already regulatory frameworks. There are already, as I said, Taiwanese investors are law-abiding. They want to make sure that they are working under the frameworks, and they want to make sure that they're working together with our Thai friends, unlike some other investors who intend to play outside the box,
right.
Play outside the regulatory frameworks. We are not. But there's a lack of channel of communications when it comes to government, when it comes to implementations, when it comes to one-stop window solving problems. I know there are already one-stop window established, but still, when I talk to our investors, there's still a lot of confusions, lack of communications or explanations, which I think through forging those solid working relationships and through appropriate channels of communications, of course, including my office, including our companies, I'm sure we'll be able to conquer those issues altogether with our Thai friends.
The impact of technology they enable.
All right, and that's all for this edition of This Week with Thai PBS World. Join us every Saturday at 10:30 p.m. only on Thai PBS. You can also follow us on social media and our website, thaipbsworld.com, for all the latest stories and analyses about Thailand. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. สวัสดีค่ะ